I asked you guys to give me your assumptions about me, and you did not disappoint. However, this lighting might be, so if it is, I'm sorry. Megan Boykoff says, have big boobs. I just love that TikTok of Nicki Minaj saying big boobs so much.
Big boobs? What?
And for some reason, I said it like 15 times on Megan Boykoff's live one time. So now we always say that to each other. No, they're not big, but I don't think they're like small either. I think I have very average boobs. The Crystal Pencil Jerice assumes that I like more sauce on my pasta. Like the more sauce, the better. And that's actually incorrect. I love like the actual pasta. Like if it's good pasta, I'm beyond. But obviously I like a good amount of sauce. Like I don't like no sauce on it, but I don't like it overly sauced. Who's Astoria says, they assume that I say I'm okay when I'm not actually okay. Yes and no. A lot of times if I'm like upset with my boyfriend or something, I'll say like, no, I'm fine. And he's very good at being like, would you like to actually talk about how you're not fine? And I'm like, yes. But a lot of the times I do try to like be honest with how I'm feeling and like, no, I'm actually having a tough day, blah, 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 whatever. So most of the time I like to think that I'm vocal about my honest feelings. Kelly Taggart, 24, says, low-key, you don't actually want a toaster. Yeah, I don't think I need it. I'm getting by just fine without it. Sid Lit 07 says, you love when people make edits and fan art of you. I really do. I think it's so nice. Also, most of the time I put out pictures that like I feel pretty in. So like when people use pictures of me, I'm like, oh, I looked pretty there. And like they're being so nice to me. What's bad about that? I love it. So for anybody who does it or has done it or is in the middle of one right now, thank you. I love them. It's so nice. Jess Jeans, great name. Oh my God, so pretty. You have something you can't bake. Yes, I cannot bake. Well, I don't want to say can't because anything's possible. I'm not very good at making scones. You guys know that. Also, I've never tried croissants, but I have a feeling it's going to be difficult when I do. Let me know if you guys want to see a video of me trying to make croissants. Brett Nick says they assume that I grew up having an accent and lost it. I don't think so. I'm very much a Valley girl. So like a lot of people can like smell that on me from the way I talk, like for sure and chill and like and whatever. But then other people I meet who I tell them from the Valley are like, oh, no way, you don't sound like that at all. So I don't know. Rachel Zachow assumes that I'm not good at math. And they're correct. I'm so bad at math. I was in algebra 2 like my senior year because I had friends who were like, AP trig is so hard. And I'm like, what's a right angle? Amanda Turner 0722 assumes that I want to keep my cookie recipe a secret because it was your dad's and it's special to you. Not at all. I want to keep my cookie recipe my dad never even got to try this recipe. Sad. I like to keep this recipe a secret for now just because I don't know, it feels very special to me. It also, like, so many people care about it now that it feels like if I do give it up, I'll have to, like, make a whole show of it. So yeah, it's special to me, but not for that reason. I bet my dad would have liked it. Maybe that counts. Taylor J. Richard, yes! They assume that I'm low-key a bitch, but lovable regardless. That's very funny. A lot of people have told me that when we first meet, like when that person and I first met, that they thought I was gonna be a bitch. And I think the reason is because I do make fun of people a lot, and myself included. Giving people a hard time is very fun for me. I try not to do it like maliciously, like I hope everybody knows it's a joke. I think sometimes just like that attitude of like everything's fair game is like, okay, we get it. Which I get, that's super annoying. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm saying I'm annoying. Simon Elias, 22, I think is how you pronounce it, assumes that I would rather live in a smaller apartment on the west side than pay the same for a larger apartment in the Valley. Yeah, I guess that's true. I live on the other side of the hill now and I love it. I'm from the Valley though, so like I had, 20 years of living in the Valley and I'm over it for now. It's Hannah May, very cute name, assumes that I'm different off camera than I am on camera. I mean, yeah, I think to an extent, sure. Just like, I don't know if you guys saw last season of The Bachelor. Or no, Pete's season of The Bachelor. People were giving this girl a hard time for like pitching up her voice and like being more enigmatic on camera and like more animated and whatever. And they were like, you're just doing it for the cameras. And it's like, yeah, well, when a camera's on you, that's like when somebody picks up a camera and you pose, that's because that's not how you normally act. There's a camera there. I like to think that I'm more or less the way I am. I would say I'm usually just like a little chiller when the camera's not on. I would just say that there is a little bit of a difference, but it's not like I'm like some crazy different person, you know what I mean? Oh my God, what a good name. Biggie Smiles assumes that I was a drama kid in high school. Got that right! The Flashette assumes that I have a secret artistic talent besides cooking and baking. Well, it's funny you should mention that. I absolutely don't. I'm very bad at everything else artistic. So I can't say that I have really much artistic talent. I can't cook, or I guess whoever you ask. I can't draw, I can't sing, I can't paint, I can't do music at all. Destiny Renee 213 says, you kind of give me younger sibling vibes. I don't know though. I'm definitely a younger sibling. I'm a younger sibling to the best brother in the world, my brother Eddie Walton. He's great. He's a fantastic big brother, and he's very much the older sibling and I'm very much the younger sibling, so you're right. Emily Wemily Woo, hello my friend. Okay, maybe not my friend. Emily assumes that I have an average style sense, but always look cute. We love a backhanded compliment in this house. I do, I very much think I have probably far below average sense of style. I love basics. I don't really like any graphics or patterns or prints necessarily. I do love vintage fashion, like I love 50s style and stuff like that, so when I get to dress up I like to do it that way, but I would not say that I'm a fashion person in any sense of the word. Duck_1K assumes that I wish I had gotten a different degree in college. This is a bit of a tricky one because they're not wrong, but they're also not right. I love the degree I got, I love the education I got, I really do feel like it fit me well and was exactly what I wanted at the time, which is great. However, if I had the dedication and willpower, I would have loved to be a geology major. I would have loved to go into the earth sciences. I really fell in love with that. However, I didn't have the patience or the math background to make that happen for me. So it's not something I regret, but it's definitely something that I really loved when I was a part of it. Christopher Gladu assumes that I dislike large shopping carts. Do I? No. I like them. I love a Costco shopping cart. It feels like there's a lot of possibility. It feels like there's a lot of opportunity for your shopping trip. You know what I do hate? I hate getting a large shopping cart and then only getting 2 things. I don't love that. Maddox 2008 assumes that I don't floss often. I most certainly do. I floss every day. I floss more than anyone else I know. Maddox, how often do you floss? No, I actually love flossing. I look forward to flossing. Sometimes I eat chicken wings just so I can floss afterwards. Ren Aga assumes that I went to culinary school. Thank you. I didn't. Cat_724 assumes that I sing in the shower. I do. Oh my God, what a good one. C. Skalny assumes that I always know what time it is. Pretty much. I wear a watch most of the time, and I also usually always have my phone on me, and I'm usually a pretty good guess on what time it is. If I didn't have my phone and I didn't have my watch, I would assume that I would usually be right within about 15 minutes of the time. Mrs. Americ 2015 assumes that I bite my nails. I do not. Although it might look like it right now, I had to take my own acrylic nails off. They're still very fragile, still very not healthy. So I don't bite them, but they are not in great shape. Oh Sheet 96 assumes that I wear a cowboy hat for fun. No, but I do wear this hat when I want to feel like a cool indie girl. So I will be wearing it for the rest of the video. Am I Taylor Swift or what's up? Kickapoo assumes that I hate white chocolate, and they are very much correct. I hate white chocolate. It's not chocolate. It's good maybe 1 out of every 60 applications that it's used in. Garbage. Simran Baveja assumes that I smell really good, which is so nice. Very sweet assumption. However, I feel like there are some people who they've always been oh, you smell really good. I do not. I don't think I smell bad. I would hope I don't smell bad, but I'm definitely not someone who walks into the room and everyone's like, what is that? But thank you for thinking that, Simran. Michael Ruth assumes that I eat cheese late night straight out of the bag. Got that right. Honestly, VFX assumes that I love Megan Thee Stallion. I sure do, bitch. Fuck being good. I'm a bad bitch. I'm sick of motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I think she is so smart. I think she is so funny. I think she's incredibly talented. I think she's gorgeous. If I got 10 of my friends together and I played 5 different artists, Megan being one of them, Megan, me and my close friend who I call by their first name, I think that most people would dance to her. Like, I think all 10 people would dance to Megan Thee Stallion. I love her. She's also very well spoken. I've seen a bunch of her interviews and she just seems like cool, calm, collected all the time. Jillian or Gillian Dubb assumes that I am a lovely, caring person who maybe pretended to sleep at a slumber party to seem cool. I'm sorry, sleep talk at a slumber party to seem cool. Yes, 100%. As embarrassing as that is to admit, Gillian, you're absolutely right. I used to, not every single time, but sometimes I would pretend to fall asleep and then pretend to sleep talk to be like crazy. That was such a good one. Bella Honer, 420, assumes that one day I will have a TV show. I sure fucking hope so. Let's put that out into the universe. I will have a TV show one day on a very prominent streaming platform. It'll be all about food and love and culture. It'll be great. I can't wait for it. See you there. KVS Adia assumes that I like being blonde better than brunette. Love you too. I do love being blonde. It's definitely my favorite hair color. I definitely feel the most me. I love it. Yeah, it's my favorite I've ever had and I intend to stick with it. Boy Blue 48 assumes that I've had several car accidents. Unfortunately, yes, I have been in hopefully the only amount of car accidents I will be in. I think I've been in like 6 or 7. I hate them. They're terrible. Thank God, thank the universe, thank whoever. Everybody has been okay. For as far as car accidents go, they were as good as you can get it. Casey Lay assumes that I have very high standards for cookies and baked goods. I do, sort of. If somebody is like making cookies and stuff, I'm always like a little judgy. But like I recognize that like Entenmann's donuts are not phenomenal, but I love them. When I go to like a fancy lunch place and they have like creme brulee on the menu or whatever, then I'm always like a little judgy. Yeah, for sure. Gabby Hannah's Love assumes that I get scared easily. Yes, I'm very scared of the dark. I'm also very like jumpy. Even if I know Christy is home and she knocks on my door, I still go like, like I'm still surprised. Outlaw Lay 1 assumes that I leave dirty dishes scattered around. I actually don't. I do get the assumption, but I really hate leaving dirty dishes. I think it's so gross. It is me, Reenie Roo. Cute. Assumes that I'm a talkative drunk. Yes, I very much am. I am talkative and excitable and very lovey and very annoying. Oh my God, I just painted myself out like I was not the most annoying person in the world. I'm a very annoying drunk. It's just those things happen too sometimes. Speaking of drinking, Paige Nicole 396 assumes that I drink a lot. There have definitely been points in my life where I drank probably more than I should have been drinking at the time, which is not great and I do not advise. However, at this point in my life, I definitely love like wine and beer and cocktails and stuff. When I do drink it, I drink to enjoy it. Whereas at past points in my life, I was like drinking to get drunk. And now I'm like, oh, I never tried this wine. I'd love to have some. And so I think it's a better spot. And that's it. Wow, those were so good. Those were really solid assumptions. I was imagining that some of them would pop up and some of them were very good surprises. Thank you guys for being so creative. Thank you for not making fun of my hat the whole time. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Assume whatever you want about me, but just watch the videos, I guess. I love you. Bye. Mwah.